Alright, we're going to take a look at Clay's December 2013 analysis. We're going to see full speed there, currently running half speed, and then again at 10% speed. So we can take a look at this frame by frame. You can see how he drives out the line. He's got a pretty good lean angle there, probably a little bit too much, but not too bad at all. But what we're going to take a look right now is arms and shoulders. And as you can see, shoulders turning around the torso. We don't want that. We want them to be squared up on the body. And we've talked about this several times. We really have to, I guess, get on him a little bit harder about this. Is that he's swaying east to west still and crossing over his body. And he's been there a while, so he should be able to straighten these things out. So we need to keep those arms like L-shaped, hip to pocket, driving all the way up to the eye. The L shape is there, just the other part, the components aren't there, so we need to work on that. Going forward, here we're going to take it to about 7 yards, I believe. Continue to watch his form. And you can see here knee drive, and this is one of the things that we were harping on before. He's made an attempt to drive his knee up higher, which has helped his speed, and he's doing a better job. However, we still have a ways to go. We want to get about another 3, possibly 4 inches out of that knee drive so we can get optimal stride distance, so that each step he does take is going to be the maximum amount of distance he can cover per step without overstriding. Going forward a little bit more. We're going to stop about 13 yards, and we're going to take a look at how his foot is rolling over. If you can see kind of here, right there, and stop. You can see how his foot's rolling over, and then he's still a little bit off angle. This is better than it was before, but still not exactly where it needs to be. So again, with that angle, it has the potential to cause injury to the ankle, knee or hip area, and of course it slows you down. So we want to work on straightening all that out, and just kind of hammering it home in his head to keep doing it until we can get it right. And that's pretty much it from the lower body. Looking at his 15-yard mark, we can see again, here's a really close-up picture of the fact that his arms are crossing over the body and not going all the way up to the eye like they should be. So again, we're gonna hit him hard with all these things again, and make sure that he understands that we have to be working on these things every time he steps into the gym, so we can kind of hammer these things home and make it muscle memory. Moving forward now to the vertical leap, and we're going to watch as he does this here. He does a fairly decent job. He scored exactly the same as he did before. You can see how he gets off balance there, and we're going to work on that technique a little bit as well. And we want to increase that jumping ability. Power equals speed, and so that we'd like to see the vertical score and the standing bar jump score be as high as it can, because that kind of translates directly to explosive speed, first step explosive speed specifically. And we're going to keep going a little bit more, and we're going to take a look at his lateral movement. And he's doing a good job here, a lot better than he was before. He's not crossing his feet. He's keeping everything square there until that point right there. But a lot better in that area. Speed was still the same though, so again, we have a lot to work on. Here's his current stats versus August 2013. And you can see in almost every category he did progress. Probably not the huge jumps that we had early. And that's kind of common, but I still think there's some areas here where we can pull a lot more out of him if we can just get him to focus a little bit more and think about it before he does it.